Hello family, welcome back to my channel, Meals with Mack. So tonight we're gonna do an Easter Sunday inspired dinner. Alright, so I'm thinking about some fried chicken, a spicy fried chicken at that. And tonight we're gonna do a honey butter garlic sauce. And we're gonna add a little bit of Jack Daniel's honey whiskey to it as well. Alright, give it a nice little kick. And then we're gonna follow behind that with some good dirty rice. All right, we're gonna make this one with ground turkey. And then for our next side, let's do some fried cabbage with bacon. And then we might even like add a little bit of Zatarain's crab boil to it as well, just to add a little extra kick. And then for our cocktail on the end, what we think about Uncle Nearest with an amaretto. Yeah, that'll work. You guys excited? Let's go. So the first thing I'm gonna start with is a little smoked paprika. All right, we're gonna get that on there. All right, and then we're gonna come with some granulated garlic, just like that. All right, let's go with onion powder as well. All right, and then we're gonna come back behind that with some table salt. All right, and I'm using sea salt with this one, guys. All right, I usually use sea salt on all my meals, so because I want to try and keep the sodium down. All right, it's a little healthier salt, so we're gonna go with sea salt. And then the last seasoning that we're gonna use is our Tony Satrin's Creole Seasoning, more spice seasoning. That's what we're gonna use on this one today. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and put that on as well. All right, and I've already when we got started, I went ahead and washed and dried my chicken as well. All right, because we want the chicken, whenever you get it from the store, you want to make sure that you wash it. Even though it's coming clean and packaged and everything like that, we still want to wash it. All right, I got it just like that. All right, so we got our chicken good and seasoned. All right, so now we're just gonna wrap it, set it to the side. All right, family, welcome back. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our fried cabbage. As you can see up front, I already have the Holy Trinity chopped up and everything. So I have bell peppers over here, red onions, and celery that I've already got diced up and everything. Now we're gonna use these as well in our dirty rice, but it's also gonna be the starter for our fried cabbage. I got one head of cabbage that I've chopped up and quartered up really good so that it'll help with the cooking process once it gets in the skillet. And then we're gonna season it all with, of course, a little Creole seasoning. All right. Some table salt, granulated garlic, and onion powder. All right, let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is start frying up some bacon for it. All right, we wanna get that good, smoky, crisp bacon taste in our dish that gives flavor. All right, so I got some pieces that I just went ahead and cut up. I'm gonna go ahead and layer these in. And here's the other thing, this skillet that I'm using to brown and fry up the bacon with is the same one that we're going to cook the entire the dish in. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and fry these up and set them off to the side. Okay family, so we got our bacon fried up, alright, and it's off the skillet. So we're going to still take this hot skillet, okay? And the first thing we're gonna do is add our onions. So I'm gonna do about 2 or 3 cups of onions right there. All right. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and add some celery as well. And I'm using that bacon fat that I used, that was left from the bacon when we fried it. All right, I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna use that. Add my celery. And then we're gonna come right behind that with our bell pepper. We're gonna do about a half cup of bell pepper. All right. Again, we didn't put it all in because we're gonna use this for our dirty rice as well. All right. So we're just gonna set those off to the side. And now what we're gonna do is sweat these down. All right. And while those are sweating down and reducing down, again, it's going to bring all that flavor that was in the bacon when we fried the bacon, we're gonna it's gonna bring that up, because as this reduces down, as these start to saute, they're gonna start to become soft and translucent. All right, and so it's gonna help a lot with the flavor of the fried cabbage as we go. All right, we're not gonna season it just yet. All right, we're gonna wait till we get our cabbage in. I want to cook these down a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and add the cabbage. All right, guys, hang out. Okay, family, welcome back. So we got our holy trinity, got it good and sauteed down, nice and soft. They're starting to get translucent and really where we want it to be. Okay. All right, and I will tell you, we haven't even seasoned this yet, guys, but the smell that is coming out of here is really good. I would tell you, there's so much flavor in bacon that I can see why my grandparents, my grandmother really, she used it so much in a lot of her dishes. Just even she would save the bacon grease and use that in a lot of the dishes that she would cook. So I could tell just that flavor. Like I said, we haven't seasoned this yet, but the flavor and the smell that is coming off this dish already is amazing. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and add our cabbage. All right, and like I said, I've already kind of chopped this down, I quartered it. All right, and cabbage, guys, as it cooks, it's gonna wilt and it's gonna wilt down, render down really good. All right, so it's gonna cook down through the cooking process, especially once we add a little salt to it, some extra virgin olive oil as well, and that's gonna help it to kind of cook down as we go through the cooking process, and you'll see that as we go. So even though this is just one head of cabbage that I'm using, all right, but we're just gonna, again, I'm gonna break this down like this. And I might not be able to get it all in my first application of this, but that's fine. We're just gonna continue to add it till we get it all in. I'm gonna cover it and let it steam, cook it on low, and it's gonna be amazing. The taste is gonna be amazing, guys. All right, get this added like that. And we're just gonna cook this down. All right, family, as you can see now, you can see we got most of our cabbage in. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of press these down just a little bit more. All right. Okay, get that where we want it. All right, so like I said, we're gonna go ahead and season it now. So the first thing I'm gonna add is some extra virgin olive oil. And this one is what I done with this. I take minced garlic, and in the bottom, as you can see in the bottom of it, you can kind of see them floating around in there. I take minced garlic and I add it to my dispenser along with that, and I just let it sit. And I let the flavor of that minced garlic come out and infuse into that olive oil, and it tastes really, really good. All right, so we're gonna come behind it with some onion powder. All right, some table salt, just like that. And again, this is gonna help this to cook down where we want it, guys. And a little granulated garlic powder as well. Alright. A little bit more of some Creole seasoning in that as well. We're steady building flavors. I want a lot of bold, good flavors in this, guys. Alright, and it's gonna contrast well with the honey chicken, the honey butter chicken that we're gonna do. Fried chicken that we're gonna do. All right, and even though these are right here on top, we're gonna sweat these down. We're seasoning it again. All right, and again, we just want to give this a nice little toss as we're starting to go through the cooking process, just like that. All right, and then we're gonna cover this. We're gonna cover this and just let these continue to sweat down and cook down to where we want it. All right, but before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and add the bacon back to it. Okay. So we're gonna let that cook down into it as well. Let that flavor get in there as well. Again, we're just building flavors, guys. And these are just, again, whole pieces of bacon that I like to use, guys. All right, and then just for a little extra kick, a little extra something that I like to do. All right, we're gonna add some Zatarain's crab boil to this as well. Alright, it's going to add a little bit more extra heat and flavor to the dish, but I'm going to tell you it's going to be amazing. We're not going to do a whole lot. Alright, so we're going to do about a teaspoon and a half in there. Alright. And that's going to add an amazing flavor and taste to the dish, guys. Alright, so we're going to let that cook down. We can give this a nice little quick stir again. Oh yeah. I will tell you, the smell is amazing right now. The smell is just simply amazing coming out of here. Right here, guys. And like I said, this is a great Easter Sunday dish. Alright. I'm going to cover that up. Make sure I get them all in there. We're going to press our top down. Alright guys, and we're just going to let that go for another good about 15 minutes, and I'm going to reduce the heat down a little bit, and we're just going to sweat those all the way down. Alright guys, hey family, welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and get started on our dirty rice. So traditionally when you do a dirty rice, you usually want to try and use either liver or andouille sausage, alright? But tonight I'm going to use ground turkey. Alright, I have my long grain rice, I have celery, my bell peppers, and my onion. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do, I got my skillet already at a medium heat, starting to get medium high heat, starting to get real good and smoky. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and brown up my ground turkey. Alright. Alright, and so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just let that sit for a few minutes. Alright, I want it to kind of crust up on that front, on this side. Alright, get a nice little sear on it. Just like that, all the way through. Alright, we're not going to season anything just yet. We're just going to let this season up right here. Alright. We're just going to let this sear up right here. Alright. Alright, so we got a nice little sear on it. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is, like I said, we're going to brown this. And again, I'm using my black cast iron skillet. I love to use this for pretty much a lot of my dishes. This is my older one, because tonight I'm going to break in a new one when I fry the chicken. Alright, and it's a new black cast iron skillet that I got. And I really don't think any better way to give it its first inaugural cook than to fry some good fried chicken in it. Alright. So we're going to let that brown. Just like that. Oh, that's looking good. We're not going to season it just yet, guys. Alright, we just want to brown the meat, because we're going to introduce the Holy Trinity to it, the bell pepper, the onions, and the celery. We're going to introduce that to it here in a second. Alright. And then the rice, and then that's when we'll start to add the seasonings and start to really build the flavors. All I want to do right now is just brown this turkey up really good. Now I got my ground turkey really right where I want it at. Alright, it's all really good. It's ground and it's pretty much kind of cooked through already. So now I can go ahead and start adding the veggies to it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add my red onions. Just like that. Get them all in. Add my celery to it. Get those guys in there. And my bell peppers. Alright, like I said, for the bell peppers went both, and really all of them went into both dishes. Alright, so I did about 1.5 bell peppers in this. So we're going to go ahead and get all of that in. I want to get it all cooked in. I want all that flavor in these dishes as they continue to go through the cooking process. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to sweat these down again. As they're cooking, we just want to mix all that in to our dirty rice. Just like that. Man, this smell, guys, right now is just, oh my God, it's popping right now. Alright, so now we can do our seasonings, right? Alright, so first I want to hit this with some extra virgin olive oil. Again, I'm using my garlic infused extra virgin olive oil on this one. Alright, so we're going to add that, and we're going to do about a couple of tablespoons in there. And again, this is just to kind of really help this dish out a little bit. Alright. Got that in there like that. Alright, so the first thing we're going to come with is our Creole Seasoning. Alright. Put that all good in there like that. Garlic powder. Onion powder. And then we're going to finish it off with the salt. Alright. Now that we got all that in there like that, now we can go ahead and really start sweating these down. Alright, letting those, let these veggies cook down, let those flavors of them come through. I would tell you, in a lot of New Orleans or Creole dishes, or just really, I'm going to be honest, for a lot of good Southern food, Southern soul food, you start with that Holy Trinity, that base. And the flavors of those three components coming together when they're cooked is amazing, guys. It's amazing. I mean, these things right here, I will tell you, a lot of people will joke, if this isn't pretty much in some of their dishes, it probably don't taste good. It probably don't taste good. Right there from the rip. A lot of the older folk will tell you, you know, hey, you tell them what's in your recipe, what you're cooking, and regardless of the dish, whether you're doing a dirty rice, like I said, my fried cabbage, I did the smoked oxtails, smoked turkey legs, smoked and smothered turkey legs I did last week. You know, I started with the Holy Trinity with that. And again, if you're not using this, if this ain't what you're starting with, you might want to kind of rethink your recipes. Not every recipe calls for it, but you might want to rethink it, guys, alright? But with that being said, I really think this is going to be a great dish, something your family is going to enjoy, something you'll enjoy. It's not a whole lot of tricks to it, guys. You know, again, just be patient. Love what you're doing. I would tell you, cooking is a passion for me. I love cooking for people. I love just the smile that a lot of people get on their face when they're eating a good home cooked meal. I mean, fast food just doesn't get it. It just don't hit like that. But I will tell you, a good home cooked meal is you know, it's a reason we call it soul food. It's good for your soul. Alright. Alright, guys, we're gonna let these sweat down, and then we're gonna go ahead and add the rice and everything else. Alright, so just hang out. We'll be right back. Meals with Mack. Hey family, welcome back. We're doing our Easter Sunday dinner, and again we're doing fried cabbage, dirty rice, and fried chicken, a honey fried chicken. Alright, so right now we're in the process of doing our dirty rice, guys. Alright, so we got our meat browned up really good. We got our vegetables all sweated down and everything. So now at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and add our rice to it. So I got about a cup of rice in this. Alright, so at this point, I just want this rice. It's almost like I'm toasting this rice, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna add this to it. And again, I'm around a medium to high heat. Alright, so I got my rice in, and I can kind of feel it already starting to kind of thicken up a little bit. Alright, with that rice in there, but I'm gonna tell you guys again, that flavor is so amazing, so amazing with this dirty rice. Alright, so we're just gonna toast that up a little bit, let these go for a few minutes. Alright, just like that. I want to get that all in there. I want to get it all well incorporated in. I want the rice to start soaking up the flavor of the dirty rice. Alright, the rice starts soaking up the flavor of the turkey and the onions and the bell pepper, right? So at this point, again, I did a cup of rice, so I'm going to do 2 cups of chicken broth that I'm going to add to this. Alright, and as I add it, just going to stir it all in. You're just stirring it all in, guys. We're going to continue to add it. Alright. Just like that. Just like that. All right, getting it all poured in. And at this point, I'm gonna bring my heat up because I want to bring this to a nice high boil. All right. Welcome back. So again, we got like about 3 dishes going on right now. So we want to check on everything and make sure that everything is good, cooking right where we want it to, and we're not burning anything. So the first thing we got going is our fried cabbage. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, that looks amazing, guys. That's right where we want it to be. Everything is cooked down, good and soft, good and tender. Depending on how you like your fried cabbage, how tender you like it to be, or al dente. That's where we're at. And then let's go ahead and check out our dirty rice. Oh yeah, that's coming together really, really good. All right, so again, we're just gonna cover that up, let that rice continue to cook, soak up all that flavor and everything. So as we go, guys, let's go ahead and get ready to fry our chicken. All right. Hey family, welcome back. So now we're into the next stage of tonight's meal, and we're going to get to do my favorite part, frying chicken. I love it. I tell you, there's something simply magical about a good fried chicken. All right, I love it to death. All right, so the first thing is we've already, like we did earlier, we had seasoned our chicken and everything, set it to the side in the fridge to let it marinate. And I've already added it to some eggs. I beat up about 3 eggs to make my dredge. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is just toss it in some flour. All right, and I'm going straight from my flour into my brand new cast iron skillet. All right, like I said, there's no better way I can think of to break in a new cast iron skillet than to fry some chicken in it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do some legs and some thighs, and that's where we want to be at, guys. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful it is. We're just gonna lay it in. All right, I'm just gonna lay it in there like that, and I'm doing about 6 pieces. Again, we're just gonna toss this in our flour. Just a simple dredge, guys. Simple little dredge. Eggs, flour. You know, some people, my grandmother used to do buttermilk. She soaked it in some buttermilk before she would fry. Good, a lot of good flavor in that as well. Doing that, that's a great way to get as much flavor into your chicken. I didn't do that today, but I will next time. I will next time. All right, but again, nice little simple dredge. All right, let's get one of these thighs in there. Again, you want to shake off any excess that you have, and we just want to lay it in just like that. And again, so I'm using my skillet, my brand new black cast iron skillet. And what I want to do, the thing about it's a 10-inch skillet, and what I don't want to do is overfill it or anything like that, because I don't want the grease all over the place. So we're just going to kind of watch how we go here with it. Shake off any excess. Now I'm gonna tell you, yes, I do save my grease. I use it more than once, and I do have separate ones because I do. Those of you follow my channel, you see me fry fish, fried chicken, shrimp. So yep, I keep 2 separate containers. I got one for fish, I got one for chicken. All right, just like my grandmother used to do it. Now I don't keep it on the back of my stove. You know, I think I ain't got a little too bougie for that. I don't keep it on the back of my stove, but I do keep my grease. All right, save it. Again, it's a lot of good flavor in that. I will tell you it is. All right, I think I can squeeze that one in. And I think I'm going against my own advice, guys. I told y'all don't overfill your skillet, but I think I can get one more. There's always room for one more. You know, you got a lot of you guys know I'm in the Army, and whenever we get in a vehicle, you know, the troop carriers, they always say, you know, what's the capacity? There's always room for one more. There's always room for one more. So we don't want to leave anybody behind. And there's always room for one more. So I think I can get one more piece in there. One more piece. I wonder if I can get this thigh in there without messing up everything. Yeah. Oh yeah, you squeeze right in there. He can squeeze right in there, and there we go, guys. All right, so we got all our chicken in. All right, ooh, man, that skillet is right there at the top. It's about to boil over. I hope it doesn't. I do not want to mess my kitchen up. Man, when I get ready to shoot, guys, I'm in here cleaning and prepping and kind of setting everything up just like a studio when I get ready to shoot the videos. And so I try and clean everything, get everything just right, so it looks good for you guys because I feel like I'm inviting you over to my house whenever I shoot. So I just, I want to make sure my house is clean before you guys get here, And so with that, let's go ahead. We just want to move our chicken around just a little bit because we don't want it to stick to the bottom. That's the thing. Now, if you ever did you do pan fried chicken or anything like that, you don't ever want it to just sit on the bottom, because that's where you get that it kind of burns on the back side, the side that's touching the skillet. So we don't want it to do that. All right, and like I said, I'm cooking around a medium to high heat, so I'm gonna just kind of move these around a little bit, give themselves a little space so they can cook. All right, because I don't have a deep fryer. All right, so in a deep fryer, your chicken will just float to the top. But right here, we're pan frying, guys. Again, simple old school stuff right here, guys. And I will tell you, the flavor is going to be amazing when we get done. And I'm using that good grease that I've been using for a while. I think it's been about two or three different uses. So eventually I will get rid of it, throw it out, and start with a new fresh batch. I will tell you, it's a lot of chicken places, chicken shacks that I go to back home. One growing up back home in Fort Worth, Texas, is one place that I just love to death. There's actually two of them, but the one I love to death was Edmondson's Fried Chicken. Edmondson's, and it was one on Berry and one on Evans. And both of them, you wanted that old grease. Yeah, they changed the grease out, but that old grease is not too old where they've been frying on it for weeks and weeks, but just it's been seasoned enough that it'll have flavor in it. That the chicken was amazing. And there's a new spot there. It's not relatively new. It's been around for a while. Williams Fried Chicken. I will tell you, you can get a 2-piece and a biscuit for 99 cents, and their chicken is amazing. All right. But again, guys, we're doing Easter Sunday dinner. Thank you guys for coming in and tuning in, guys. Stick around. I'll be right back. Welcome back, family. And again, you can see we're still frying our chicken up, and it's just about ready to come out. It's looking really good. It's got that beautiful golden brown crust. I just turned it all over. All right, so I'm gonna give it about 2-3 more minutes on this side here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out, and then we'll go ahead and get ready for our honey butter sauce. All right. Hey, family, welcome back. So we're done frying our chicken. All right, let's go ahead and pull these out. And oh my goodness, look at those. That nice golden brown crust that we want. Perfect, exactly where we want it. Nice golden brown color and texture to it. Cooked all the way through. All right. And again, we're gonna add a honey garlic sauce to this. That is going to be just amazing, that we're going to just drizzle over the top of this chicken. Oh man, look at those pieces. Look at that crust. Crisp of that crust. Alright. And so all I'm doing right now is pulling these off. Pulling these out my fryer. Alright. And we're just going to set them to the side and let them rest. Just going to set them to the side and let them rest. Just like that. Awesome, guys. And this is right where we want to be. Look at that. Look at how good that is. All right, we're just gonna set these to the side, let these rest, let that grease just drain off of them. All right, let it rest, let the temperature and the flavors come all back together. All right, let's go ahead and make our butter sauce. Hey family, welcome back. So we're just about done with everything. So now we want to go ahead and get started on our honey butter garlic sauce for our fried chicken. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a stick of butter to this end. We just want to melt that down. All right, and I have my little sauce bowl right there. Okay. And so we're going to start melting this down. Bring my heat up just a little bit. Alright, you can see that starting to melt down really nice. Alright, right where we want it. And that's about 2.5 tablespoons of butter that I got right there. We're just going to melt that down, bring that up to like a medium-high heat. Alright. Then we're going to go ahead and add our garlic to it. And I'm going to do about a teaspoon and a half of garlic, minced garlic that I'm going to add to that as well. Alright, and we're just going to melt that down. Alright. And then we're going to follow behind it with our honey. Alright. And as you can see, that's looking good. Alright. So we're adding our honey to it now. I want to get it all in there. And as it melts down, guys, a lot of you know is that as it melts down, it's gonna kind of thin out. All right. So it's already starting to get nice and hot, nice and loose, and those flavors are gonna come together really nice in this, guys. Just like that. Right where we want to be with it. All right. Mix up a little more. And already it's starting to get really nice and creamy and smooth, right where we want to be. All right, and now just to send this over the top and add another flavor profile that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. All right, I'm going to add some Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey to it as well. All right, and I'm going to do about a half an ounce. About an ounce and a half, about a shot. All right, right about a shot. All right, and so we're gonna bring this up just a little bit more. All right, and what we want it to do is just come to a nice slow simmer, melt down, get that Tennessee whiskey flavor in it, the honey, the sweetness of the honey, the butter, and I'm using also, guys, I'm using unsalted butter. All right. Because a lot of tonight's meal calls for different levels of salt and sodium in it. All right, so I just used unsalted butter just to kind of keep everything down on that back end. All right, but I will tell you the flavor profiles of the honey and the especially when you add the Tennessee honey, the Jack Daniel's to it, how it's gonna pair with that fried chicken is amazing. Because remember, our seasonings for the chicken was pretty kind of spicy. We put some paprika to it, Creole seasoning, salt, pepper. And the Creole seasoning, I went kind of pretty liberal with the Creole seasoning. All right, so that's going to bring us that heat and flavor profile. And then this honey on the back side is going to kind of give you that sweet and salty. So it's going to be amazing, guys. All right, so we got this really down and saucy where we want it to be. Everything is done, guys. The dirty rice is done. Our fried cabbage is done. All right, let's get everything plated up and let's get ready to eat. Okay, guys, again, we're gonna do an Uncle Nearest 1856. This time we're gonna add a little twist to it. We're gonna do Coke, vanilla Coke, and amaretto. And I think it's a great pairing for tonight's meal. All right, so we're gonna start with our glass, ice it down. We're gonna do about let's do 3 cubes. We'll do 3 cubes of ice in there. All right, so first we're gonna come with our Uncle Nearest 1856. Again, this drink is a great whiskey. I love it. It's strong enough to stand on its own. It's that good of a drink. All right, so we did about an ounce and a half. All right, and we're gonna follow behind that with our amaretto liqueur. All right, and it adds a nice, different little flavor profile to the drink. All right, and we'll do just about a half an ounce of amaretto in that. Because amaretto itself can be a really good liqueur, all right? So we don't want to go too hard with it. And then our vanilla Coke. And we're just gonna float that right in there like that. Oh, look at that color, that's beautiful. All right, let's give this a stir. Uncle Nearest 1856. Oh, that's good. Yes, indeed. All right, family, welcome back. Let's go ahead and start plating everything up. So the first thing I'm gonna grab is go ahead and get our cabbage. All right, again, we did fried cabbage today. Look at that, look how beautiful that is. All right, and again, we put a little bit of Zatarain's crab boil in that just to add some nice flavor and nice heat to it. All right, and then next, let's go ahead and get our dirty rice. Oh man, and remember, we did this with ground turkey, guys. I know that's a little different than most traditional dirty rice meals and dishes. But again, we just wanted to do a little something, take it a little to a different level. All right. So here we go. Here's our dirty rice. Oh, that's just looking amazing. I like that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful right there. And our star of today's dish, our fried chicken. I think I want a 3-piece. Look at that. Look at that thigh like that. All right. So you do a couple of legs. If I don't move that over like that. You know, trying to do everything with presentation, guys. All right. Just like that. Just like that. All right. And then of course, a honey butter sauce. And we'll plate that right there. Just like that. There we go, guys. Tonight's deal, tonight's meal, our fried chicken, our spicy fried chicken with our honey butter sauce, all right, with a Tennessee, Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey, honey whiskey, our fried cabbage with bacon, a little bit of Zatarain's crab boil, and of course our dirty rice, and our cocktail for the evening, Mr. Uncle Nearest 1856, all right? And I know this is the moment everybody is waiting on, right here. Let's get a little butter on that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, there we have it, guys. Thank you, family, so much for tuning in and watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and enjoy. Thank you so much. You guys have a good night. Hey guys, so here's the best part of the video is when I actually get to sit down and eat. Usually I don't get a chance to film all of this because it's just me filming all my videos, but this is the best part. Enough talking, let's eat. So the first thing is my chicken. I always go straight for the chicken. Oh my God. The flavor is just amazing coming out of this. The honey pairs real well with the heat. Oh my gosh. Before I usually film this part, because I'm chewing my blood off, I gotta try dirty rice. Oh no. The rice is tender, moist. The turkey plays very well in there, the ground turkey. Oh my God, and the flavor, big, bold flavors in the dirty rice. Oh my gosh. And of course the fried cabbage. Got a big piece of bacon in that too. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's good. Thank you again for watching my channel. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Meals with Mack. Love y'all.